Okay?
Yep.
Alright, so Bro Box, El Clasico Breakdown with I'm Josh. This is Yonatan. So yeah, let's get into it. The result was a 3-1 victory for Real Madrid. Started off with a Neymar goal in the 4th minute. That was, as a Real Madrid fan, that was pretty concerning. Because Barcelona's done that to them in the past, and when they've done that to them in the past, they've always won. So, thoughts after that Neymar goal?
So I didn't think the game was over at all. I mean, I knew it was just the 5th minute. There was still a lot of room for Real Madrid to score, or Barcelona. So I knew it was just the beginning of things. But I mean, I did think Barcelona did get a great lead, like in the first 5 minutes of the game. So I thought they were gonna win, but from that goal. I mean, they had like a comfortable lead. But, I mean, I knew there was time for a change, so, yeah.
Yep, I agree. So game goes on for a little while. I mean, Real Madrid started to outplay Barcelona, and that was clear. They were getting more opportunities. They were moving the ball well. And then finally, Piqué does a sliding tackle, kind of to try to block the ball. Hits his hand. Ronaldo puts in the PK, and it's 1-1. So that happened. That wasn't really the big turning point, I guess you could say. I think the turning point was really the Pepe goal. Just threw everything off. Barcelona just looked a mess after that, and I think it was just kind of a stab in the heart.
Yeah. So actually, I think so right after the Neymar goal, Real Madrid was really piling on the pressure, and they had a lot of chances. I think Benzema hit the crossbar like twice in the same possession, and they had a lot of chances. So we all knew. I think there was a goal coming up, but I mean, of course we expected it to be a great El Clasico. There's going to be a lot more. So that was after then of course Piqué conceded the penalty and Ronaldo scored. So that was that. But then afterwards, I think that you're right, and Pepe did. That goal clearly changed the whole match, and it looked like Barcelona couldn't come back. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was something. It was quite a sight. So let's get into the individual players here. I think first off, I want to quickly touch on Messi. I think he missed a lot of opportunities, especially that cross from Suarez. I think it was from Suarez, right?
Yeah,
and then it was like wide open net, and he puts it wide. I think that kind of just shows kind of how he played in that game. It was a lot of missed opportunities, not quite executing. He was in the right place at times, but he just never really showed what we expect of him. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think maybe the pressure got into him or something, but he did not play his best out there. He could have done much better, especially, you're right, with that Suarez cross. Also, we saw Real Madrid, they limited his time on the ball and space. So as usual, we see Messi with the ball, and he dribbles by the defense, but this time he didn't get that much space and time. And Real Madrid really did a great job defensively. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. That's a good point. Just kind of transitioning to the next topic in a way that by making it so Messi did not have kind of control of the Barcelona attack, they forced Neymar and Suarez to kind of beat them. Come on, Messi, we're gonna stop Messi. So let's see what Suarez and Neymar can do. And Suarez is, he played well, but he was a little, he's obviously still a little rusty. And Neymar is no Messi. I think that was kind of an interesting thing to see. And obviously Barcelona looked good. They didn't look Barcelona-esque, I think, kind of because of that.
Definitely, but you see, that's one of the main things that always happens in big games. The two oppositions, they put they basically all they focus about mostly is the best players of the opposition. It's not all, but they focus mainly on the best player of the opposition, and that's why we saw Messi just like completely not playing his best game ever for Barcelona.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's true. It's a game with big players making big plays. That's the story here. But interestingly enough, I think that honestly, I mean, Ronaldo played a very good game, I'd say overall. But the story of this game was Marcelo and Isco leading Real Madrid and just making such a big impact. I mean, Marcelo was everywhere. Everything.
Yeah, I mean, Marcelo was basically the reason for that first Ronaldo goal. He had a great run down the touchline and then got a cross in, and it was either gonna get past PK for a goal or he just put his hand out and then penalty. So I mean, whatever would have happened if PK didn't put in that slide, but I think it would have been a goal and great run by Marcelo. And Isco just was all over the place. He started that the third goal by Benzema. He just, I mean, it actually started off with Iniesta, and I don't remember who the other player was, but they had a mix-up at the touchline, and they kind of they blew it, and then Isco capitalized on their mistake and just shot forward, and they got it to Benzema. Yeah.
No, it was just a great use of speed, and I just thought that the way that they kind of put it together. They had similar opportunities throughout the game, but that time they really put it together well and set Benzema up for that kind of sideways moving goal where it's very hard for the keeper to stop it if he gets a good touch the way he did. I guess there's a few big questions coming out of this game. The first is, what does this say about the Ronaldo-Messi comparison in your eyes?
For me, I mean, it's just one game, so I mean, it doesn't say anything career stats, I think overall Ronaldo actually has more goals than Messi, but not for one club. He's got it for many clubs. Messi's got a load of goals just for Barcelona. Also, he's been more impressive in some careers. Ronaldo's been more consistent. Messi's just been there's a couple seasons where he just had a ridiculous amount in other seasons, which not as many. So, I mean, I think it depends, but I think it just depends on the year. So, a couple years ago, of course, it was Messi. Last year, Ronaldo was shining, and for this year, Ronaldo is starting to look ahead with a lot of goals scored and Messi a bit less. But, I mean, there's more to come.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I agree that's a valid point, but I guess what I think is something to be said is that Ronaldo's consistently been out there performing, and I feel like Messi's started to have some ups and downs as he's progressed in his career, and I think that has to kind of be considered when you kind of talk about that conversation, because I do feel like when Messi was at his peak, he was doing things that Ronaldo couldn't do, I think, a little bit, but in terms of consistency, I think you have to.
Yeah, very possible, because I mean, in Messi's first couple of years in Barcelona, he was not scoring loads of goals. On the other hand, Ronaldo, his first couple of seasons in Real Madrid, he was scoring loads of goals, doing excellent. So, yeah. Yep.
I guess any other things? I mean, there's obviously some impact on the La Liga table now.
So actually, the table for Barcelona's point of view, it stays the same. They're still in first. So Barcelona's still in first, but Real Madrid now have moved up. I think Valencia lost last week, and Valencia was in second place, and Real Madrid's got a nice win streak going on. So Real Madrid, they move into second, 1 point behind Barcelona. Real Madrid have 21 points, and Barcelona have 22, so Barcelona have something to worry about. But, I mean, again, if Barcelona wins every single game for the rest of the season, they've won. So,
right.
I mean, yeah. But that's a hard task.
I think they play again, don't they?
Yes, they play in spring.
Yeah, I think I think that's usually a big game. That'll probably will be a big game again. It'll be interesting to see kind of what the state of each team is come that time. And I guess I actually have one more question to ask you. Bale was not out there in this game. Obviously, there's some rumors he could be moving to Man United at some point. We don't know, but what do you think? Do you think that Real Madrid's a better team, a different? What do you think his impact is if in?
No, I mean, actually, I heard he was injured for this match. That's what I heard. But
No, yeah,
I mean,
but I'm just saying in the future.
yeah, but I think no, like, he's not moving to Manchester United. He's actually, people think he wasn't playing that well last season, but actually he was playing excellent. He had like 20 assists, 20 goals. Like, that's really good stats for a player. Of course, it's not Ronaldo or Messi, but I mean, those are excellent stats. And I think he's a big part of this Madrid team, and he definitely can help them. And I think if he played, he wouldn't have made a difference. I mean, Real Madrid would have still won, but I mean, like, yeah. So
Yeah, I agree. I think that he's made some big goals and he shouldn't really be on the move. So, anything else? I mean, I think that was basically this game. I mean, 3-1 demolition for Real Madrid, and so I guess that's the breakdown.